Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name's Nick with Idaho Up, and this is a detailed video series on how to install a head unit in your C6 Corvette, and I'm going to get right into it because we got a lot to cover. But I do want to reiterate that this is a detailed video series, and this is video 1 out of 4 where I show you how to take the car apart and remove the factory head unit. In video 2, we're going to be covering all the wiring of the new head unit, including ensuring that your steering wheel controls work, and if you have the Boyo system, we'll talk about making sure that's compatible, and if you don't have the Boyo system, we'll talk about that as well. In video 3, we're going to install a backup camera and a forward-facing camera, but we're going to do it in a way where it fits the generation of this Corvette and it doesn't look cheesy or out of date. And finally, in video number 4, we're going to wrap it all up and cover some odds and ends. Last but not least, I do want to point out that I've created YouTube chapters throughout all of these videos so that if you're looking for something specific, like for example, you want to know how to take the shifter knob off a manual transmission, you'll be able to jump to that chapter and you won't have to watch the videos all the way through. I've put some real effort into this to make sure that I've answered any question I can think of, but I'm sure something will pop up. So if you got a question, make sure you hit me up in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. With all that said, let's get into it.
Make it look easy. Hey, stand up guy, boom, 10 toes.
Because we're going to be messing with the stereo wiring harness, we do need to start out by disconnecting the negative battery terminal.
Running this game ain't a thing for me. I never switched up, no change in me. The only thing changing this season, you go again.
Now we're going to start removing the center console, and the first thing you do is open it up, take out the 2 blanks in the inside, and then remove the 2 nuts underneath.
Counting up wins, that's part of the plan. Blackmail taking up my head as a CC. That can't fail. All my victories will repeat. I'm knee deep, need a dub, best that you seek me. I'm too sick, yeah, I know I make it look easy. Yeah, tell them don't try to.
Now we're going to shut the cover and work on removing the e-brake boot, and you do that just by getting a firm grip on both sides and then pulling it straight up. So I know it always helps to see how things work, so if you look right here, you're going to see a metal tab and its mounting spot. You're also going to see a plastic tab and its mounting spot. And the front end of the boot is going to be set up in the exact same way. Okay, from here you're going to see 2 bolts that you need to remove in order to get the center stack trim panel out. This is the panel that surrounds the stereo, also known as the receiver.
Swallow your pride. All of my guys, call them, they slide. They will oblige. Called them, I told them, you playing with me. Now look, all of them starting to riot. Whoa, When I'm in your city, it's magic. When I'm all in my bag,
you don't need to remove this piece of trim completely. You just kind of pull it down and set it to the side.
I can't slow down my foot on it.
Now get back into the center console and remove these 2 plastic covers right here, and then remove the small star bolts inside. If you have an older model Vette, you might also have a cover plate here instead that covers both bolts and an additional bolt on the top side that you're also going to need to take out.
Make it look easy and they know there's only one way for us to go. Can't hold me back, I'm going way up. Tell them they can never.
Now just slowly work your way around the center stack trim piece by pulling the retaining clips away, but don't pull it away completely yet because there's a lot of wires still connected to it. The first 2 electrical plugs we're going to disconnect are the traction control plug and the 12-volt accessory plug, and they're both found right here.
Taking they shots and they know that I ain't missing, and it's up if they hand me the rock. I feel like a Rubik's cause they confused with.
You'll notice that the male end of the traction control plug has 1 lip on it that you're going to have to push in as you remove it from the female end of the plug that's connected to the button.
When I'm done, they gon' pick up the pieces, and you know we ain't losing this season. It's the reason why they hating on me, cause you know that I'ma make it look easy.
From here you can reach in farther and disconnect the 12-volt accessory plug. Again, this only has 1 lip on it that you're going to have to push in as you remove the plug.
Ain't no stopping me now, no. Ain't no stopping me, I know I make it look easy. Make it look easy. I know I make it look easy. Make it look easy. I know I make it look too smooth, I make it look easy. I know we make it.
Now you have 4 more plugs that you need to disconnect before you can get the center stack out, and that's the heated seats, the cigarette lighter, and the emergency lights. You have 2 options with the heated seats. You can simply just unplug them, or you can remove the entire ashtray section with the plugs attached. I chose to just remove the entire ashtray section because I knew I was going to be messing with it to add a USB-C. To detach it from the center stack trim, you just remove these 2 screws on both sides. I will say that it's probably easier just to unplug them because I ended up unplugging them anyway because it was easier to add the USB-C on my workbench versus sitting in my car. Before you take the center stack trim out, you're also going to have to take off the shifting knob, and that's pretty easy. You just take this ring right here, twist it, and then push it down, and it'll expose the star bolt that you need to remove.
I can't fail, all my victories on repeat. I'm knee deep, need a dub, best that you seek me. I'm too sick, yeah, I know I make it look easy, yeah. Tell them don't try to play me. Yeah, I'm drippy on the daily. They can never count me.
And the last thing you're going to have to do is unplug the emergency light plug at the top.
They can never count me out, I know I make it look easy. Make it look easy. I know I make it look easy.
From here you can go ahead and remove the center stack trim.
I know I make it look easy. Too smooth, I make it look easy. I know we make it look easy. Make it look.
And as you can see, now I decided to remove the plugs anyway, but I will say that it was easier to deal with the addition of the new USB-C without the ashtray being attached to the center stack. From here we're going to remove the rest of the center console by taking out this rivet clip.
When I'm in your city, it's magic. When I'm all in my bag, it gets tragic. When I see what I want, gotta have it. I can't let it.
From here, we can take out the center console, but be careful because there's still wires connected to it that lead from the media inputs inside the center console to the factory radio.
These blessings falling in my lap. I came up, give it all I had. Rep my city, put them on my back. Hit my shots, I'll miss those. Straight up, I'ma let them know.
Now just remove the wires leading to the media inputs from the back side of the center console.
Hold me back, I'm going way up. Tell them they can never play us. No, ain't no stopping me now. No, ain't no stopping me now. No, ain't no stopping me. Ain't no stopping me. Ain't no stopping me now. No. Yeah, stayed in my lane when they doubt it. I make it. I know that they mad when I swerve out the lot. Thick in the plot. They did not get the picture when I said I don't fit in a box. Taking they shots, and they know that I ain't missing, and it's up if they hand me the rock. I feel like a Rubik's, cause they confused with how I line it up by spinning the block. Hey, too easy, get your weight up when you see me. I'm a threat, please don't give me a reason. I'm a vet.
Now you have two more clips you need to remove before you can free the center console from the wires.
It's the reason why they hating on me, cause you know that I'ma make it look easy. Ain't no stopping me now, no. Ain't no stopping me now, no, no. Ain't no stopping me now, no, no. Ain't no stopping me, I know I make it look easy. Make it look easy. I know
Now just take out the 4 small bolts holding in the factory radio and the 2 small bolts holding in the climate module.
I know we make it look easy. I know
From here, just remove all the wires leading into the factory radio. We'll get into what these wires are when we install the new head unit. And that's a wrap for video 1, guys. In the next video, we're going to discuss wiring, and we're also going to talk about a specific head unit that you absolutely need to stay away from. Don't even consider it for your C6. If you found this helpful, make sure you like and subscribe. This is Nick with Idaho Up. Until next time, keep up.
Make it look easy. Hey, stand up guy, boom, 10 toes. Big body pull up in a Range Rover.